San Gutierrez.
Well,
It's going good. It's okay.
where are you from originally?
Miami, Florida.
Miami, Florida?
Yeah, I was born in New Jersey but raised in Miami, Florida.
Oh, wow. What brought you out to Portland?
It's kind of a long story, but I had gotten kidnapped from my home in Miami, Florida. I was living in Fort Lauderdale, and some people had kidnapped me from my studio, and well, they were sex trafficking women and stuff, and they gave me two options: allegedly rob banks or be sex trafficked. So I did everything they told me to do, and I robbed banks and stuff, allegedly. It ruined my life. I did some time. I got out. I came here because it's the only place where they actually have help from the homeless. I mean, if you want to make it here, you can. If you want to be a fuck up, you can do that too. But if you want to make it here and have a better life, you can. And I came here to Portland, and I've been stuck here ever since. That's been 3 years ago. Just trying to get my life back together.
Did you grow up with a mom and a dad?
I grew up with a mom. My dad was always absent. He was always absent. My mom always struggled, and she married an attorney, and she's doing really good for herself now. She lives in Key Largo with my 9-year-old boy. My stepdad's a famous lawyer. His name is Michael Kaufman. He's a great attorney. My mom now, she owns like a marriage, wedding license type of thing. I don't really know because I don't speak to her. Again, that whole getting locked up when I've never even had a parking ticket really screwed up my life. A lot of people judge you for things that you can't control that you've unfortunately gone through, you know?
So you got locked. How long you locked up for?
Off and on for the last 4 years. I'm still fighting this, you know? On top of that, I was married, and the person that I was with never had experimented with meth. Kind of really fucked him up mentally. He's schizophrenic and never liked to take meds. Didn't really believe in all that stuff. But people started giving him hot shots here, and he started hallucinating, and it's been really hard because I've had to fight with myself and my own demons. I've tried to commit suicide for the last 3 years, off and on, and it seems like I keep coming back. But it's been really hard because I had to watch the person I love physically be there, but not being them anymore. It's like your best friend's dead, but they're haunting you because they're still there, but they're not the same person, and I've never experienced that before. Sorry that I'm a little emotional. It's just this stuff is kind of hard for me to say. It's been really sci-fi-ish here, though, because there's been a lot of weird shit that happens here. Some weird shit I like, and some stuff is just really, really sad. You know, some people here, instead of helping the homeless, they just judge you and want to push you to the side when that doesn't work. You know, they should give out more housing, but they should also make it easier. There's all these options, but they don't tell you where to go and get it. There's all this money, but there's no way that you can get it. You know, and they put all these things that you have to go through, all these things that you have to have. Well, when you're homeless, you usually don't have your social, you don't have a birth certificate, you're usually on the run. What they need to do is give you help. Instead of putting you in jail, give more drug addict treatments, you know, help with counseling, help with domestic violence, help with therapy, help. There is help out there, but show us how to get it. Don't just tell us about it or throw us to the side.
Going back to your dad, I mean, you keep in contact with him still, or?
My real father, I don't speak to him at all. No.
Do you have a good childhood or a bad? Pretty rough.
I made it rougher because I didn't have. My mom was always working, and I constantly wanted to have a family and stuff. So I would try to make friends with anybody, and they were never good people that I made friends with. And I'm the type of person that I'm loyal to the soil. So unfortunately, even if you hurt me, I still will be your friend. You know. And my childhood was kind of rough because my mom started kicking me out, and she started really caring about materialistic stuff. And now as an adult, I understand she was just trying to cope with things that happened to her. My grandmother committed suicide when I was 15, and she was the rock of the family. But yeah, um, but my childhood was okay. It was when I became a teenager that I became rebellious and started doing things I shouldn't have been doing, like smoking weed and stuff like that. I feel my mom was a little too harsh on me, but yeah.
When was the first time that you experimented?
Um, I was 15 and it was weed.
Oh, weed?
Yeah, but since they don't tell you the truth in Florida about weed, you start thinking that everything that they're telling you about all these drugs are bad. So you start experimenting too to see if it's true, if it's not really bad or whatever. Because weed, they make you think it's awful, and it actually helps me a lot. I found out when I was in jail, I spent 9 months without being able to walk. I found out I had 9 tumors on my spine. I started doing yoga, taking steroids, taking all these meds that they were giving me. Twice they told me I had cancer. Twice they told me that I didn't. I still haven't had the time to get fully checked because when I go to the hospital, they tell me that I need to have a doctor just for that. But unfortunately, I'm still having problems with the law. So
What kind of law problem?
I have a warrant.
Is it?
Yeah, I do. That might not be smart for me to be doing, but
You have 9 tumors, you said, on your
on my
back?
spine, that's what they found on my spine. Yeah.
You said you had cancer too?
They told me twice I have cancer. They told me twice that I didn't. All they did was an X-ray, and that's not the way that you find out. They actually have to do a biopsy and take a piece out and test it and all that stuff. And I want to do that, but being on the street, I don't really have time for myself when I have to run around and find out where there's food, find out where there's clothes, where there's a shower, where there's something so simple as showering is hard.
Yeah. Did you graduate high school?
Yeah, I did graduate high school, and I did go to colleges.
Cool.
I went to school for zoology.
Oh, that's awesome.
I also did nail tech in Beauty Schools of America. I started going for pharmacy, but then that whole kidnapping thing happened, and my life changed.
What did you do after high school? Not out of high school, out of college.
Mostly look for odd jobs as waitress. I also did construction, demolition. I was in the Red Cross for a moment during Hurricane Irma. I came out on the newspaper and
That's good.
on TV, and it was showing the kitchen that I started running because someone gave me an awesome chance to start running it in the Red Cross during Hurricane Irma in the youth fair location, and that was great because I always thought I hated people because people are assholes, but then I realized I really love people. It's just you need to have those resources to be able to help them.
So that was all. You pretty much stayed in Florida?
Yeah.
All time?
Yeah, I did until I had gotten kidnapped, and then they drove me all the way up
Can you tell
here.
me about that? How did you get kidnapped? Did you know the people, or they just...
No, in Fort Lauderdale, there's a huge thing where they get women that are either losing their homes or they don't have a job or they're just struggling. Or sometimes they get girls that are girls of the night or, just girls that are very vulnerable, really. And they follow them, they find out where they're located, and sometimes they ask them if they want to do it. Sometimes it's like me where they just come and they take you. And then they kind of brainwash you and make you think that you're one of them. And
they get you hooked on drugs and stuff?
They tried to get me hooked on drugs, but I wouldn't. I would only do drugs when I was done because I couldn't take the fact that I didn't know how to get out and run. And the worst part is when I let the officers catch me because I didn't want to do any of those things ever. They made it seem like I was, instead of being the victim, like I did it. Like I was this gang orchestrator and I wanted to do these things. I was in fear of my life 24/7. I remember going to CVS and Eckerd's and begging them to call cops. But they wouldn't. My whole life has been fucked up because of this, And it kind of then starts making you think, like, should I become a criminal? Because, being a good person isn't working out too good for you, is it? But it happens all the time. All the time. These guys are out there in Fort Lauderdale and they do it all the time. So if you see a person telling you, hey, do you want to travel with my mom to the state and bring back some weed? It's illegal here, but it's legal over there. Don't do it. Don't go with these people. These people are frauds, and they hurt a lot of people. I mean, I still to this day sometimes, you know.
How long were you sex trafficked for?
That was about like 2 or 3 months, and they never actually sex trafficked me because they had me doing that stuff.
Doing what stuff?
They had me allegedly committing fraud and all these things, and they were the ones doing all this stuff. I was just the face, and I didn't have a choice, you know, because if I didn't do what they told me to do, I wouldn't be here right now. And a lot of the girls that were there with me wouldn't be alive right now either, because the stuff that they had me do, a lot of times they would tell me if I wouldn't do it, they would hurt that girl or the other girl. So
you were just doing the criminal, you weren't doing the sex trafficking?
No.
The other girls, I mean,
the other girls, I don't know, because they kept us separated, and then we only had brief moments when we were around each other. And they made them all hate each other, and I would watch from behind the scenes, and I would realize that it was just they were manipulating and lying to all of them, you know, and making them think certain things that wasn't true. It's just a ring of guys that have been doing this for 10 years plus.
How many people you think?
I've met 4 of them this time that I was last in jail.
So there's 4 guys that control like a certain amount of women. And
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. They do a lot of different things. They sell drugs. They sex traffic women. They do a lot of things.
So how did you get away from that?
I got arrested. I got caught. And
what did you get arrested for?
I got arrested for allegedly stuff to do with banks, and I was kind of glad in a way, because I felt like I was going to have my life back and I was going to get help. But then the government was more of a criminal to me, I felt, because they just wanted to throw away the key on me. Yeah. I have an email address, and my email address is trustnoone69697@gmail.com.
Can you spell that out?
TRUSTNO 169697@gmail.com.
Oh, cool.
If anybody wants to ask me any questions, I had all my stuff robbed recently, so I don't have a phone or anything. So I don't know how good that's gonna go, or how good it's gonna go for me now that it showed my face. But I don't know.
You're currently homeless, you said?
Yeah.
Are you taking any drugs?
When I was at a shelter, they took away my prescriptive medications for my spine, and I had started smoking blues because someone just passed it to me. And even though I hate the smell and I hate everything about it, I do like one thing: it keeps me walking. After spending 9 months not being able to walk, I can't do that being homeless. I'll get killed or raped or something. I cannot be 6 months or 9 months without walking. I can't do that. So it takes off the inflammation in my back, and I'm able to walk. That's the only thing that's actually helped. I hope to be able to get housing and be able to fix my criminal stuff, and also be able to get the tumors removed from my spine.
That's cool. You have any life regrets?
I regret not listening to my mom.
Listening to your mom? What kind of advice?
Just she told me that pick your friends, you know, wisely, and the people that you have to be around. You know, if I would have listened to her, my life wouldn't have been so fucked up now. But I have a husband that I do love, and he loves me sometimes. But yeah.
You got any plans or goals for the future?
Well, I'm pregnant now, and
you're pregnant?
Yeah, and even though I'm scared, I thought I wasn't going to be able to be. I just hope that me and my husband can stay together and get housing and get a better life. I hope to one day open a business, have a food truck, open up a restaurant, you know, have something of my own. But I also want to be able to give back and have, like, whoever buys a plate of food from my food truck, my restaurant, whatever, that we can put some type of foundation to feed homeless or do something, you know. I don't know yet. This kind of caught me off guard. I just
I appreciate you sharing.